So let me summarize whatever we have learned till now. I'll say exporting our test case from IDE as a Java file, moving the code to our Java program in Eclipse, and then importing libraries, okay, writing annotations, okay, and then executing the test using testNG, or I'll say as testNG test, and then studying the console output and observing the result which is created in test-output directory. This is created by testNG and updated whenever a new execution happens in the project. Let me save this notepad. Coming back to Eclipse. Good. Now, what if I want, okay, let us do one thing. Let me record a scenario quickly. Okay, I'm going to record a scenario. Search for a term in examples.codecharge.com, a book, and then click on one of the books which is displayed. Okay, I'm going to record it now. Selenium IDE has been opened, and by default it has been opened with recording mode. I'm going to my home page. And then search for something, or let me say click on HTML and web design and say HTML. Click on search. Okay, there is one result which is displayed, and I'm going to click on this HTML4. Fine, I get a result. Now this is what my test case is going to be. I'll stop my recording. I'll save this test case as, let me say, search, click result, okay, cc_tc4. So I'm choosing something, or I'm selecting a book from the resultant web page. Now I'm going back to home and trying to search something as PHP. The basic thing is we need to make one thing dynamic there, because all the results cannot return same values. This is about Xpath. This is about learning Xpath. So let me say web. Prior search we recorded with HTML, which was returning only one URL, we navigated to that URL. Now I'm changing my search term and I'm getting a different result. I'm changing my search term and I'm getting a different result. Okay. Now how do I modify that? How do I modify that? Okay, this is with respect to Xpath, and this new test case which we are developing will be added to our Eclipse. Okay, we are learning Xpath right now, how to make something dynamic. The recorded test case is having HTML in place. Execute the recorded test case. Search for a key term called HTML, okay, and then click on the web link which is displayed in my page called HTML4. It is being done in the background in my Firefox window. Good. Now I am going to change my HTML to web. I am going to change my HTML to web. I am going to clear my logs and execute. Will this work? Can anybody answer my question? Will this work without any errors? It will not work. As you can see this error, it will not work, and it displays an error called HTML4 not found, which means it is obvious for a test case that it should accept multiple parameters. Okay, it is obvious for a test case to accept multiple parameters, but our script is failing when I try with multiple parameters. When I pass web in the place of HTML which was recorded, it fails. I cannot have a test case like that. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to find something called Xpath. Okay, this is what Xpath is about. Now let me come back to my window. Let me come back to my Firefox window. Okay, consider that whenever I make a search, I will always click on this first link. I'm considering that whenever the search results, search gets me a result, I will always click on the first link which is present. So the click needs to be dynamic regardless of the text or regardless of the book which I am choosing. Follow me correctly. The click needs to be dynamic regardless of the book which is written or the link which is present. For that, we need to find something called Xpath that can be found using inspecting an element. Okay, I'm going to right click this link. I'm going to right click this link and I'm going to say inspect element. I'm going to say inspect element right here. The moment I say that, it is being displayed in here. Okay, there is a highlighting in the code which is displayed right here, which means that the ID which I want to inspect is right here. Okay, I'm going to right click this highlighted text. Okay, and I'm going to say, okay, I do not get anything right here. Let me do one more thing. I'll say, okay, inspect element does not returns me an option, so I'm going to go ahead with Firebug. I'm making the same right click here and I'm going to say inspect element with Firebug. Okay, Firebug is one more development tool. Okay, it can be used I mean, it has multiple uses, but for us it is used for studying the web page, okay, and finding the XPath of an element. Okay, now the highlighted text, I'm going to right click it and I'm saying copy XPath. I'm saying copy XPath. Okay, once I have copied it, I'm going to stop the Firebug and coming back to my IDE, and I'm saying XPath is equal to my text. Okay, follow me carefully. I just changed the target which is being passed to click and wait function in my script. Now I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it now. Okay, execute it again. Clear the log and execute it again. Remember, web is still there. Web is being passed as a parameter, and the click and wait, prior it was link is equal to HTML. Now it has been changed to an XPath value. XPath is a representation of a particular object using its HTML tags. Okay, what you can see in XPath is a series of tag definitions. Okay, if I want to explain it to you through this definition, I'll say my object which I'm trying to identify is present inside a HTML tag, inside body, inside 5 table tags, one inside one. Follow me carefully. Inside 5 table tags, one inside one, and in the 5th table tag there is a T body. Inside the TR, inside the TD, and inside that there is a T table. Okay, like that it narrows down to your exact object where it can be found. Okay, now as this XPath value has been passed, let me execute it. I should get a positive result. It should not fail because it is not searching for an explicit item like HTML or web designing testing technique something. It is searching for the target, which means the value which is delivered by an object. See, now it has been clicked. In the background, you are able to notice the web design in a nutshell has been displayed. Okay, is this clear or not? Can we move to the next step? Is this clear or not? Can we move to the next step? Good, good, good. Thanks for your response. Thank you. Good, thanks. Now, next thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to export my test case. Export test case as this test case was created to be incorporated in Eclipse. Okay. Java testNG remote control, and I'll say it as search click result. Whenever I'm naming a Java file, I'm restricting myself to give the first letter as a lowercase letter. Save. Okay, it is being saved as a Java program now. Now let me come back to our folder. You know the drill now. Okay, you know how to extract the piece of code. You know how to extract the piece of code from our exported test case. It will be easy for you as you have seen through 3 extractions. Now let me close all my Firebug windows and all my Firefox windows as I do not want it. Control C, and then a new test case is being created now. I'll say at test. Okay, Control V. I'm sorry, at test is not needed because it already has it. Okay, third test case has been passed here. Okay, or else I was thinking about having this code in a different program. Okay, let me say Control X. I do not want to have it inside this program. let me have one more Java class file. I'll say books tour. I'll say search and click. I'm pasting my test inside here. Okay, so next, the libraries needs to be copied. Only one time you have to remember it. Okay, after that it is all same. Now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. Control C and then Control V. So a new a new program has been created now with the newly recorded test case. I'm going to execute this to see how it works. Run as testNG. Firefox is being initiated. We are in last step. It is trying to click on web design in a nutshell. Good, it clicked that. That's a good one. Now what about the result? I'm going to refresh and I'm going to my index.html. We are just going through the result. See, now one test has been executed and one method has been passed. If I go to times, only test search click result has been displayed. Okay, although I have multiple programs in my project folder, whatever I choose to run will be executed, and for the executed components only the results gets generated. Okay, I can pinpoint that this Java program needs to be executed and all the relevant before class and test methods will be executed, and for those executed things, only for those executed things the test output is generated. And as I typed in the notepad, this particular file gets updated all the time, which means you cannot refer it back. You cannot ask that what happened to the first report I executed. Can I find it? No, you cannot. If you want to have a backup of all those things, you need to copy it and paste it in another folder. Okay, now there is something called an XML document. Okay, here in the result file, you see something called testNG Eclipse custom suite.xml. This we call it as testng.xml. Okay, at a basic level, it contains what are the class names which are going to be executed. Right now in my Internet Explorer window, you are noticing you are seeing an XML document. Okay, somebody would have asked some question like where exactly it came from. I did not write a code for an XML document. Where exactly it came from? That's a good question actually, because as we did not write any testng.xml document, if you are going to write anything, it must be present inside this project directory. And we know for sure that we did not create any XML docs. Now, where it came from? Okay, it was written by the testNG automatically to execute the test, which asserts the concept that a testNG execution cannot happen without an testng.xml file. Okay, so this is what the XML file which got written, and the class name, the exact class name which I just right clicked on and I said testng test. This exact class name, search and click, is present right here, and you can notice it here. Package1 dot search and click. An XML testng.xml document, it has all the class files which needs to be executed. So it acts as a tracker. Okay, before execution starts, this testng.xml document is read, and based on the defined classes and defined settings only this gets executed. Okay, now we are reaching the end of the session today. We will see this testng.xml in detail tomorrow. If you have any questions, you may ask now. I hope this is clear till now. Is it clear? Can you raise your hand? Good. Good, good. Thanks for your response. Good. So questions, please. Okay, I'll show the notes. See, opportunities in the market always vary. It always an automation testing framework is carefully chosen with respect to the project needs. Okay, it is always with respect to project and customer needs. Do not worry about the market. Markets always fluctuate. In my view, Selenium is a good open source tool. I can say it is the best open source tool available. Okay. Venkat Madhu, I think you need to get that query to your concerned person. Razwan, as I told you, we were seeing a scenario where there multiple searches can be done. You cannot say that one user is using HTML as a search text and all the users has to use HTML as a search text. We cannot say that, because all the users have their own perspective and they will search it on their own. So considering the scenario, there can be multiple search text. It tells that there can be multiple results, because HTML can be searched and some set of results can be returned, but web will return an entirely different kind of results. In that kind of time, we need to have a dynamic key in place. That is what an Xpath. Good, thank you. Good. So I hope the session is clear now. Okay. So how about the learning today? Is it good? Good. Java knowledge is, I'll say it is a must, because I mean, if you know other programming languages like Ruby or C Sharp or any other thing, you can go for it. But Java is a must, as it is as far as we have consulting experience, we always find Selenium coupled with Java only. No other programming language is used. Java knowledge is a little must. But from these classes you can understand that what exactly an automation framework is and what are all the components which you need to concentrate on. Okay, and I'm trying to detail everything as much as possible. I think that will help you a lot. Okay, so the learning is good now? Good. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. Same time. Bye guys, have a nice day.